The COVID-19 pandemic has affected Kenya's food systems directly through impacts on food supply and demand, and indirectly through decreased capacity to produce and distribute food. In response to that, the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperatives has developed an action plan to address food supply chain and nutrition challenges and recovery for affected communities in the agricultural sector. This action plan includes the establishment of 1 million kitchen gardens to provide food and nutrition security. These kitchen gardens will enable households to maintain healthy eating during the COVID-19 pandemic by ensuring constant availability of nutritious foods. One of the major challenges of kitchen gardening, especially in urban areas, is lack of space. This is due to the high value of land and many competing land use needs in the urban areas. However, it is possible to establish a kitchen garden on a tiny space, all thanks to kitchen garden structures. These structures enable you to make use of the vertical space for growing vegetables, fruits, and spices. There are different variations of garden structures that look absolutely amazing. In this video, we will look at the food rope garden structure. To establish a food rope garden structure, you will require timber or fiddles, nails, a hammer, and a panga.
So to construct the structure, you will identify your site where you want to put the structure. Once you've gotten your site, ensure the siting is good. It's a flat surface where you can easily put the structure, and it's also a place that is not shaded. The structure can be constructed in unproductive land because you'll be using the space up, you're not using the space on the ground. When you are constructing the structure, in some places we have a problem of termites. So you'll use any termite control chemical, for example Gladiator, and any other that you can get in your area. If you don't get Gladiator, you can use any other termite control chemical where you come from. First of all, you get the height. Which height do you want to use? The structure should be at a height that is comfortable for harvesting once you put something on top of it. So you'll get your height depending on what you want. So ours, like for our structure, this particular one, 5 feet is comfortable for most of the people. So once you've measured, you are 5 feet down. Now you have you measure your 5 feet down, and then the structure itself, you have to measure the width that you want. And our width is 50 centimeters from one post to the next. But you can just do 45. Do 45. That is 1.5 feet from the width of the structure. 1.5 feet, and then 5 feet up. And then once you've done that, now the length will depend on how long you want the structure to go. Yeah. So once you've gotten your length, you'll now design the partitionings of the structure. So partition of the structure is a partition where you can put a bigger micro garden, so that if you decide to use some bigger micro gardens like the drawers, like the trays, it can fit inside there. So the partitioning, the most important thing you should do when you are partitioning your structures, don't put it at least 45 feet and above for every compartment. It should not be less than 45 feet because the crops need some space at least to grow. So you can put 45, like this one you can put 45 feet, and then this one it is bigger for things like skuma, so that when they grow they don't have a problem with hitting the roof very fast. So you measure depending on what vegetables you intend to plant, the compartments. It is not a standard measurement, but depending on what crops you want to plant, that is how you measure. Like for this one, it is not like it's measured because the top is open. So any crop, like the longer crops, can grow here very comfortable. And then this one, the top is sealed. So you see this one, when you measure your 45 centimeters, You can't, this is the smallest you should measure, 45 centimeters. So when you are planting the crops here, there should be crops that won't easily hit here. They don't grow taller than this, because it will be a problem for the crops on the side to go like this, these ones, but these ones can grow like this, but the ones that side, it will be difficult. So it is very important for this structure. It is called a food drop. For this structure, when you are making the compartments, you should know the crops you want to plant there, and then you make the compartments. Yes. So once you've made the compartments, now you'll place the micro gardens. You'll place the micro gardens that you want to grow on it in the specified compartments. So for today, we have various micro gardens that are already established that we want to place on the structure, and then we see how it looks like when the compartments are already placed inside there. The skuma needs space. That is why you are putting where there is a bigger, the height is bigger. Even the spinach, height is bigger. Because here you can see there are only two compartments. Here we have 3 compartments. Yeah, so the shorter ones you put in the short compartments. And every compartment, the width of every compartment is about 45 centimeters. So every compartment, like from this side to this side, it will be around 45 centimeters, 45 to 60 centimeters, depending on the container. Since this top, it's a little bit high, we will put a crop that doesn't grow so tall. So the strawberry is a very comfortable one, because you won't harvest from very far. And since it is a big space, now you'll put 2 tins of strawberry. You can bring another one. You can even put 3 or 4, depending. Bring even the smaller one. So you see, we filled the food drop with a lot of food. So let me give an example using one crop. Let's say the whole food drop has only one variety of crops, and let's choose spinach, and you are using the pail to grow the spinach. So maybe the food drops are having the pail, and you are having 9 of the pails. So our plant population will be 180 plants. For spinach harvesting, depending on the management, you can harvest 2 to 2.5 kgs per plant. So in the long run, the whole harvest for the 3 months, you will have around 360 to 450 kgs of crops during that whole period. And that is enough food to feed a family of around, 5 to 6 people during that period, because we'll be harvesting twice per week. So, but for the food drop, since you can see we are having different micro gardens, and we are having different plants that are planted there. So it encourages the diversity at household level, because now you are having different foods that you can get your household food from. Most of them, they're even having peppers, so watering will not be so much. Depending on the container, the watering it's very minimal. When you are watering, you might discover if you are watering them when it's not raining, you won't use more than 30 liters in a day. You can use 20 to 25 liters, and you water all of them, because you are just putting a little, and then you water twice in a week when there's no rain. But if it's raining, there's no watering.
From this tutorial, it is our hope that you'll be able to establish your own kitchen garden structures and enjoy a constant supply of fresh, nutritious vegetables, fruits and spices for you and your family. In case you need more information, kindly log on to www.kilimo.go.ke.